This printer changed the way I look at printing. I'm a big fan of the Bamboo printers. I think they all do a really amazing job at their specific tasks. The H2D, like I've had here for quite some time now, is really good at a multitude of other things other than just printing. It's a great FDM printer, but it's also an excellent plotter cutter and laser cutter as well, or laser engraver, I should say. It really does kind of target a lot of people who are multi-level creators that are doing not just printing, but also have businesses that maybe do other things, or just hobbyists that enjoy having all of those options at their disposal. The fact that it's got all of those things in one package is a really excellent way to sell a device. And the way that Bamboo's integrated into the Maker World website, so you can literally pull something from your app and print it from anywhere, is pretty cool. It's a really neat way to do things. What I really love about the H2C, however, is that they've gone for something that really does focus on the creativity of 3D printing. With its vortex system and multi-print nozzles, it's really allowing you to let your creativity run wild. If you're a serious 3D printer, you know that multi-material, multi-color prints are really starting to be the thing that people are looking for. And it's certainly something that as a hobbyist, I'm really interested in getting into, because if I can create something special and unique in a new and kind of miraculous way, I'm going to try to do that, because I really want my stuff to be personalized. And there's really no better way to do that than with something like the Bamboo H2C. The really amazing thing about this Vortex multi-nozzle system is that it allows you to print in multiple colors in multiple types of filament, provided they're compatible with each other, to give you really unique prints. I could go through a whole laundry list of box reading specs, but I think by now most of you already know what's capable and what the H2C represents in its sort of niche. So I'm not really going to go through all of that, and this is not a traditional review. You've seen all of those already. There's no point for me to go through that again. What's more interesting to me is how you can actually use this and how you can actually leverage the technology to really create some really spectacular things. So we're not going to spend too much time here. We're going to go to the bench, we're going to go to the computer, and I'm going to show you all kinds of really interesting ways that you can start to really maximize your 3D prints with multicolor, multi-filament printing. Because that's what this machine is all about. The H2C has a really healthy build volume. This one comes in at 330 by 320 by 325 millimeters cube. So you can fit some pretty large things in there. It comes with this standard textured build plate, and what's really most interesting is this Vortex multi-nozzle print system, which allows you to have up to 6 different nozzles loaded at any one time. Actually, I guess it's 7, because there's always going to be one in there, plus another one on the other extruder. Watching this thing do its dance is so fun. It can be really mesmerizing to just watch this thing grab new nozzles as it goes through a process of printing. The two main benefits to this system that I've sort of discerned is speed and efficiency. And both of those things are really important in 3D printing, especially FDM, because the more things you can print in higher detail in a shorter amount of time with less waste is always going to be a good thing. Now, what Bamboo has done to sort of solve the efficiency problem is that there's a lot of waste with multicolor printing, especially on a single tool or single head nozzle setups. You have to load and unload filament each time. It has to purge all of that filament, which results in a lot of poops. And those poops add up very quickly, especially when you're doing a multicolor. So the best way to avoid that is to have multiple nozzles. That way you're avoiding all of the purging. You still have to have a prime tower, because that is one of the ways in which this system works, but it does reduce the waste significantly. And because you're using multiple heads, you're also saving a lot of time as well. Even if you were just down to 2 nozzles, like on the H2D for example, you would still be spending significantly more time creating that print than you would if you had a multi-nozzle setup like this on the H2C. So sure, you can do multicolor prints on other printers, H2D, X1C, any of them. It's just going to take you a lot longer and cause a lot more waste of filament. So while that's doing its thing, I'm going to take you into the workshop to show you how you can get some really cool results out of this printer. Come on, let's go. This is the Project IJ Savage body kit for the Vanquish VS410, and it is completely 3D printed. It's available on umagine.com. I will put a link down below if that's something you're interested in. And I printed this mostly in PLA, but with some ABS GF, mostly in the chassis portion, the roof, because that's obviously a place where I'll probably roll it over. But the rest of it was all PLA. And I chose PLA just for the simplicity of this demonstration to show you how all of this stuff on the Bambu Lab H2C really works and looks fantastic. It's a really cool modular design, and the way that RC Must DIY creates these bodies is pretty awesome. I just love how versatile this chassis is to accept all kinds of different bodies. There's not just this longer wheelbase sort of brute scrambler long pickup. He's also done a regular, more traditional style. I'm not going to call this a Jeep, but you know what it basically is, with a much more caged out, more aggressive look. This one I printed and sanded to get that nice smooth finish on, and I'll be doing the same thing with another Project IJ Savage in the future. All of these panels are printed. All of the designs are printed as well. There's no paint, there's no stickers. This is just how it comes out of the printer, which is a pretty amazing feat. I am nearly completed this. It's just been released, I think, to the public, so people will start to be able to print these. There's a lot of really great already really great accessories and upgrades for this body set from a lot of the creators who are part of the Umagine and RC Must DIY setup. It's a pretty cool truck, I have to say, and it looks fantastic. It's not a Jeep though. It's a Gee whiz, that's cool. I do really like the long wheelbase, and it's just sort of one of those things that I've always really wanted to have, and because of 3D printing, you just make it at home. However, I didn't want to just have it printed and then have to sand and paint later. I wanted to integrate the design directly into the body. And thanks to Bambu Lab and their latest version of the slicer, they have a feature that allows you to incorporate vector imagery into the actual prints to give you options like this, as you can see here. I think this is a really cool feature, and it's much better explained at the actual computer. So we'll go and do a demo over there on how this all works, and I'll walk you through it. I promise, no more feet. Or do I? As you can see on this panel here, I've actually done a little bit of sanding and I put some gloss on there to really kind of make it shine and make it feel less like a print and more like paint. The really cool thing about this whole process is that because of the way you're printing these logos and graphics into the actual file, you can vary the depth. So if you wanted to go in and make this a more weathered look, like all the stickers have faded or they've chipped off in places, you can actually sand out some of the filament to get back to the white layer underneath to reveal that sort of like weathered look. And that's pretty cool. Cool, let's go to the computer. The secret to this whole process is to use what's called an SVG. And an SVG is a scalable vector graphic. And those are built in programs like Illustrator. There may be some free pieces of software you can use that will also do the same thing, but Adobe Illustrator is my choice. You're not limited by your own creativity either. There are plenty of sites online where you can find vector graphics of existing logos. And if that's not your thing, then, maybe you are creative and you're making a sticker sheet with a bunch of Scale Builders Guild related stickers and bumper stickers on it. And that might be something you're interested in, or maybe it's not. But yes, lots of vectors can be found online, and they are all very easily converted to SVGs through Adobe Illustrator or other programs, even online solutions. This is a graphic that I built a long time ago. I did shirts with this silly thing, and it works really well to sort of demonstrate what's possible with a single color change. So what we're going to do is export that graphic as an SVG from Illustrator, and we're going to import that into the Bamboo Slicer using the Add Modifier menu. And what this is essentially doing is it's going to take that vector graphic and it's going to place it on the object that you're going to be printing. It gives you some options for rotation, gives you some options for scaling. Most importantly, it gives you options for the amount of depth that you want to have and for actually having it contour around the surface. So in order to get it to contour well around a really big curve like the sides of this hood, for example, from the RC Must DIY project IJ Savage, is giving it enough depth that it actually shows through to the other side. But that's obviously way too much. So experiment a little bit, see what works best. I found on this one, I think it's 0.2 millimeters of depth will actually have it curve really nicely around the actual object. And you can see that it's done that. It's actually on the contour. It matches all of the contours of the hood. And now you can basically go in, change the color of the filament that you've got in your AMS system. And I'm just choosing black just for this example, but you could choose any color you like. Make sure your slicer settings are all set up and slice it. And there you can see it's been added as a modifier to this existing object, and it actually prints all the way through on the top layer, but it'll go all the way around all the contours. It's a really cool way of doing it. Here's the cool part though. It's gonna save you a lot of time. 6 hours and 26 minutes with 2 nozzles, and you're saving a whole whopping 286 grams of filament and 400 plus changes on the tool head. I'm gonna show you what it would look like if it were just on one tool head. I'm gonna slice it again. And you just saved yourself about 3 hours and almost 300 grams of filament. So there you have it. It's not really all that difficult. It's a pretty easy process, and it can be something that really changes the entire look of a 3D print and actually makes it so you don't have to spend as much time in the actual painting and finishing. I think this is a pretty cool way to get some pretty unique looks without having to do all of that complex masking and multiple layers of paint. I think there's something really cool about this, and I think there's a real place for it in this hobby. As 3D printing gets more and more advanced, I think things like this are going to get a lot simpler. Bamboo does make it quite simple, and having multiple nozzles makes this a much faster and efficient way of putting some pretty cool looks onto your next 3D printed truck. And honestly, the hobby seems to really be embracing this whole portion of it. So if this is something that you found very interesting, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so already. So many of you are not subscribers, and there is a definite benefit to ringing that notification bell so you see more videos like this from the Scale Builders Guild. I think the biggest barrier for stuff like this is software and the knowledge of how it all works, and hopefully this little tutorial has helped you in some way. And if you like getting additional help, you might want to check out the channel membership, where I offer all kinds of behind the scenes content, tips and tricks, how-tos, travel logs, all sorts of really excellent bonus content that you cannot see anywhere else. I'll be sure to put a link down below, and please help me by taking a moment to thank all of my loyal ding-dongs for being a part of this great tight-knit community. So there you go. This is the Project IJ Savage body kit for the VS410 with extended wheelbase. I think it looks fantastic with these new printed panels, courtesy of Bamboo Slicer and the Bamboo Lab H2C. My thanks to Bamboo for sending me the H2C, and my thanks to Project IJ for sending me the files to build this really cool Jeep-ish body. So there you go. That's going to do it. Thank you so much for watching. See you again next time.